Yes, and so nowadays these are the words like present and future of the quick content delivery. Why everyone looking for the quick content delivery? Because there is a in Google search itself, like Google have given the priority to the sites which is taking very less time to load. And there is also a survey. I will say like there will also a survey. If your site will load fast, you will get more customer, more visitor. And another, why should we care about AMP anymore? Okay. So everyone needs the sales. If you are running a product-based company or you are selling any product or any books, online stores for a grocery or anything, you need a huge sale. You need customers for your online shopping markets, and if you are a blogger, of course you need a lot of visits, lot of traffic to earn your money via Google AdSense or any other like affiliate marketing or media.net, lot of options to get. But once you start getting a lot of traffic, huge traffic, then itself you will make money, more money and things. So these are the things why we need to be clear about that. So these are the points. It will increase your speed, increase your ranking, and better user experience also. Nowadays, like it will, if your article is, as I previously said, if your article taking 10 seconds or 5 seconds, after implementing the AMP, same article will be loaded in 10 milliseconds, not in second also. So that will increase your speed, increase your ranking. And if your web page is started loading in milliseconds, of course Google will give priority to your site to rank on up to Google top 10 or top 6. And it's also a better user experience for the mobile users. Because why I have added better user experience? Nowadays most of people is using lot of mobiles only rather than using laptop. Why? Because we are traveling a lot. And we are stuck in a lot in traffic itself. Someone is going by cab and it is very long traffic in Bangalore or any cities, kind of a Delhi or any city. So in the between, you are not going to open your laptop or laptop and you will search something. You will only use your mobile phones to search anything, any latest news or related to your work or anything in which you are interested to know. And while you are traveling, it might be your traffic, your network will not give the good support of internet speed also. Sometimes if you are traveling in car or by train, your network will fluctuating. Started fluctuating, and you will not get good speed internet speed, and that time you will, if you want to be searching any information on Google, you have to wait more than 10 seconds, sometimes 15 seconds, 20 seconds to see your what you are looking for, like information on Google search. So that time it's like it makes you frustrated, like for getting small things I have to wait 20 seconds, 15 seconds, and you will not do the things on time. There is this one is a survey which did we have analyzed, and like a company have analyzed and given this report. After increasing 0.1 second of decreasing the cell, 0.1 second increase of speed, it's decrease like 0.1 second increase of page loading time, it will decrease 1% of cells in Amazon. It's not 1 second, 0.1 second is increase the page loading time, it's decrease their 1% of cells, which one cost them 1.3 billion per year. So see, this one will be the very huge amount for that. Why? Because nowadays it's a kind of a survey based on the user experience and user feedback itself. If your website is taking more than 3 seconds, 87% of visitors will left your site. They are not going to be wait for more than 3 seconds. Even you are also doing the same thing. If you open, even if you are working on laptop itself, if you are developer or a content marketer, and if you open any link And if it is taking more time to load, you are seeing white screen and loading, you will close that bar and you will click on other options, right? Because no one is going to be wait for that. And if your site is taking this much time, so definitely you will not get good sales, will not get a number of visitors, increase of visitor also. Same happen with Walmart also and Yahoo also. So how to get started with AMP? So here, as we are discussing about WordPress itself and its a WordPress community, so I will go with like how we can implement with WordPress also. Little bit I will give the custom website also, how you can do your custom website. If you have created your website using React.js, Node.js or some other custom core PHP script, there itself you can also implement your AMP pages. But for that you need to do lot of coding. For all your pages, if you are using some template engine or something like that, so you have to design your AMP in the template so that it will render for all your articles, all your pages itself. And but if you are using a static website kind of about us.html, contact us.html, like basic websites, for those also you can use AMP, but for that you need to write code for every pages. So that one I will also touch that part. But mainly if you are using for the WordPress, there is a famous plugin which will be the automatic provided, that plugin AMP. So in that case you no need to be worry about the other coding parts. Even you have not knowledge about the coding, you can implement and start using the AMP with that code. So AMP, first let's share with how you will configure AMP after installing the plugin in WordPress. So first you have to go in the plugin section and search for the AMP you have just installed by following the other steps like other plugin you are doing. And after that you need to be went in the settings part. In the AMP there is a setting part. There itself you can, there is a probability like if you are using a custom post type also, like apart from pages, post, if you are using any custom post type like for your product, for question answers, for other things, for that also there will be option to select or deselect. So AMP like a plugin, main AMP plugin which is developed by Automattic, that plugin has need little bit more developer. That is not non-developer friendly, that is developer friendly, because for that also you need to be do for Google Analytics tracking, you need to be do some, it's need some coding, then it will be start recording in your Google Analytics. But there is also another plugin AMP for WordPress which is developed by Human Pulleri or something name, I am not recalling that name of author. That plugin is also nice, but they have given all the things which you need to be do by coding, they have given a panel itself. So they make your life setting AMP pages with your WordPress is very easy. They have designed a admin in an admin panel, they have designed a AMP panel. There itself you will do with all the configuration for social media, for your, if you are using contact form, for that also, for which custom post type you are going to be enabled, for which you are not going to be enabled AMP. These all the settings they have given there. So maybe after this I will show that setting panel what they have given. I have also installed their plugin itself for my blog, and I am using from last two years, and I am getting good amount of traffic from AMP itself. So these are the this is the link, and at the end of this slides I will show this link itself, which you can follow this link by if you are using any custom website like HTML or core PHP websites or some non-WordPress sites you are using. So this link will work for this. After this session itself, I will share this PPT on Slack group also, on Meetup page itself, so you can get this information. So let's discuss with Before starting this, if anyone has question, you can ask. Because this is will be interacting when you will ask the question.
This is a free plugin.
Yeah, it's a 100% GPL free.
But as per latest AMP release, recently I am working on AMP, that you cannot include that style.css. But if you are a WordPress theme, that always come with style.css included. But AMP, as per the AMP rules, there are no style.css or no external JS you cannot include in your site. They need to include that style in their own style tag. There is a style bullet, something boilerplate, some there, and their own JS you need to include. So how will you overcome this in for our WordPress theme? With this plugin, you can overcome this one.
Yeah. Even not plugin, by writing a custom code in your theme,
Yeah.
you can do that. And we have already, I have already did, and we will discuss the same thing when we are discussing, started discussing the limitation of. I have listed this problem itself. So what I have said as of now, if anyone questions, you will ask.
There is a debate with AMP that if we implement AMP on our website, it is ignoring some HTML content and some content which takes time to load. I mean, some code which takes time to load. Suppose even it applies for the ads, Google ads, or some affiliate networks too. So in that case, it is decreasing the revenue. So how will
I have added
that?
this ad revenue is.
It is a practical experience for me, so that's why I have.
For me also, when I was so let's say started with limitation, might be it will answer a lot of questions. So these are the limitations because every product have pros and cons. Every products come up with not only the pros, cons also. So these are the MP limitations, like a limited feature. You cannot, what he is asking, if you have used a lot of Flash in your web pages for the desktop version of Flash or some videos or some designs, you have used special fonts, you have a lot of colors, like kind of things, that feature will not work on AM. Second is limited ad support. What is limited? What is CSS limitation is 50 KB. For the AMP pages, you cannot use the CSS file size more than 50 KB, kilobyte. Apart from that, if you are using, you will got error in your Google search console, and if you are not decreasing that size, you will start showing the decreasing of the
All the files together or one file at a time?
Only the CSS.
CSS file.
Yeah.
On AMP basis.
Sometimes there are a number of CSS files.
For AMP, it will be only one file. If it's
You cannot
only-
use external CSS in AMP.
You cannot
so we have
use
to
it. This
import
is
all
the
these
limitation
things.
of that one. You cannot use any extra CSS in that one. That's why it's a limited feature. You cannot design what you have designed for. Added a lot of colors, lot of design, lot of Flash videos or Flash player. If you are using that, will not work on AMP. That's the limited feature. Serving cached pages. It's thanks to Google Studio. This one
Excuse me.
it will cost. It is helpful also.
If the file more than 50 KB, we see sudden drop, or it will be the traffic will be started decreasing, or sudden drop.
It will be sudden drop.
Sudden drop.
So it shows issues in the search console.
Google Search Console it will give there.
Okay.
If you
And
go
also-
Google Search Console,
Also, you can validate your AMP validator.
Okay.
Whenever you have publishing report, you can validate your AMP validator that you are passing all the things or not. If you pass, you just go ahead. Otherwise, you can stop.
so third is serving cached pages. This is a contradictory point. It's a like a pros also, it's a cons also. So I have added as a cons. Serving cached pages. Let's first discuss how it is beneficial for us. So before that, I was talking about 0-second page load, right? So you can achieve 0-second page load by using the Google CDN. So you can see your web page will not, AMP web page will not load if your website is example.com and your article is hello world /AMP. Normally it will be, this is the URL for your article, but if Google serial will be, then your article will be Google serial.google.com and your article URL. It's not hitting your origin like your database real time, your database and not other things. And that's it is using Google serial kind of from where that user is coming. If user is looking from US, so he will get from US server. If user is looking for India, so he will get the content from India, not from your origin. That's why you can get like 0 second. You can achieve the 0 second page load time by using that. This is the pros of that. Cons is that if you are updated, you are you are updating your article very frequently. If you have some time in the, especially in the news industry, people will get the news and they will just add the title and teaser there, and they will publish that post, and after that they will start writing the content. This is for the news industry. And other side also, like if you are a normal blogger and you are food blogger, you have written kind of a 200 word of post, and after 30 minutes or 15 minutes after publishing, you are thinking like I need to be made this correction, or I need to be removed this paragraph, or I need to add 2-3 more paragraph. If your page is cached with the Google serial, your user will not see the updated content for the next 30 minutes. By default, Google serial will cast for the 30 minutes. So after 30 minutes, it will hit your origin. What will be the updated content it will get and cached in the Google serial, and again it will start showing that. So in this is the like limitation of the AMP pages. If you are using like in this case, like it's not beneficial for the news industry, because first they are just adding article title or teaser images or teaser some contents, kind of 2-3 lines of content, and they will publish. And if that is cached with the Google serial, and after 5 minutes or 30 minutes they are adding lot of content, that content user will not be showing that contents. So that time user will only see title and this little description, not the whole articles, which is not good for the user. This one you can also come up, if you are using the Google serial, you can also overcome of this issue. So as I am working on the news industry itself, news, so we have faced that issue and we have overcome by this issue. So after discussing, I will tell you, if anyone is interested how we can overcome with these issues, I will explain how we can achieve. At last is ad revenue is reduced. What is the asking? After implementation itself, it will, when you activated your AMP plugins or setup done with the AMP, it will not show you Google AdSense. If you have added Google AdSense in your web pages, that ads will be not rendering in your Google AMP pages. So of course, if your ad will not visible on your pages, so you will not get revenue, even if you are getting a lot of visitors itself. So by that one itself, you need to do some custom coding. You need to be do with some coding. There is a lot of hooks. If anyone developer, hooks and filter will be available for the WordPress. By using that hooks and filter, you can amend your ads in the AMP pages. I will show a real example how I have implemented for my site, because nowadays people are appending ads, Google ads between articles, like after 2 paragraph, 3 paragraph, or at the end of the content area, or starting of the content, or after this. These are the better places where you can, if you need more click, you can add your between like AdSense code or any advertisement code before article, between article, or at the end of the article. So this by default it will be not, so that's why it's a limitation and it's a cons for that. So now if anyone has question, you can ask.
Is there supporting the CSS like the Flex Grid or the latest CSS 3 that will be supported in AMP?
For that one you need to be write code.
If we write like
It
that
will
is
support. but not much transitions.
Yeah.
That one will not more.
Means
Few
depend on the
transitions will support, not more. And if you are using by CSS code itself, people will so some content will come like this, fade in, fade out, that kind of thing. So it will not work. Those kind of transitions. A small transition. will not work. Any other questions? I think it's not a kind of a session. You can ask your problem, real-time problem if you have, I will give answer. It will be more interactive also and interesting also. Anyone want to know how we can overcome with that serving cache pages? How always we will give the users to latest content.
The ad revenue one also you are telling that there is something code need to be done.
That one I will show here. For that one, serving cache pages, you can overcome with this issue also. For that one, you need to be implement some cache clearing services. Google have given that option. If you are going to the AMP documentation, there is a URL for clearing the AMP caches. So you need to be do the coding with WordPress events, like when the post is updated, when the post is published. So that time when your post is updated, when you click on the updated button, it will trigger and your code will run in background and it will clear the AMP CDN cache URL. So in this case, when you click on update button, your user will start getting the latest content. He no need to be wait for the another 30 minutes to do that. So there is already documentation. I will share in the meetup group that documentation. By using that, there will be a URL. You will hit with the WordPress hooks, and it will clear the cache, and you will start getting updated content. For the ad revenue, I will show at the. So these are the few URLs and few things where you can set up. And one more thing. After implementing, if you are implementing your AMP pages on your WordPress website, so after implementation, you need to be wait for 2 or 3 days to showing the response. It's not like people will start to think I have enabled the AMP and why I am not seeing the improvement in Google Search Console. For getting that option in Google Search Console, Google needs at least 24 to 48 hours. And after that, you will find in your Google Search Console there is a left menu bar. It will be AMP. A menu will be added as AMP. When you click on that link, it will show how many articles have been indexed. Just kind of a normal pages. And how many errors and which kind of errors in there. So try to always come up with there will be no any errors or warnings in your AMP pages. Sometimes warning will work because if you have a warning in Google Search Console, AMP warning, that one will not decrease your traffic suddenly and it will not more impact. But for error, you will see lot of impact. So try to avoid all the warnings and things. So I will suggest after implementing enabling the AMP or done with the setting of AMP for your blog or website, there is a Google validator also. So you can use that validator tool. You will use your 2-3 articles. If you are using 3 or 4 type of custom post types, you will use a different custom post types, and you will validate by using that tools, Google tools, and that tool will show is your pages is any warnings or errors is there. If you found any warning or error, try to be solve that error. What Google is. So that's it. So that's it. I have not. If anyone any questions, and this is my social media. If anyone want to follow me, contact me there. So if any other question, please ask me.
for AMP, you were telling that there is a plugin to use it, and we also see the same option in rank map. So what is the difference between these two things? Like, have you ever tried